Great, beautiful. Thank you so much for asking me to join you in this meeting and
Oh,
some insights from my
yeah.
experience.
Oh, thank you for your time and your expertise. Really, I need it.
Same.
Beautiful. Yeah. So I invite us to take just 3 deep inhalations and exhalations. Imagine that we're holding hands and holding space for each other. Yeah. So both of you had questions concerning tantric lovemaking, as far as I understood your requests. So I'm here now and open to answer right on questions as far as I can from my best intentions and experiences. And feel free to speak open. And what would you like to achieve, to learn, to focus on, to invite into your life?
I guess the question that pops up in my mind is like, can you give us some tips about how to give pleasure to our partner, not only physically but in other levels as well?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know that as well.
Yay.
So let me repeat the question if I did hear you right. To know, to learn how to give pleasure to your partner. And there was a turn I didn't get fully yet.
Oh, like how can we do that? I think that would be a better one. What can we do to give pleasure to our partner?
It's a
and
very
not and not also not on a physical level, but also on a deeper, more transcendent level. Is what I heard?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because these are two different angles. No, on the physical level, we often believe it's about doing, and this is partially true. I mean, there are techniques where we can help to guide the man also to increase their sexual energy and to learn to hold this energy also for longer so that we feel more being in a playful interaction. And on an energetic level, very often it's really also about not doing as a woman. Play or surrender and allowing to be taken also sometimes, as much as we can be playful and on top or in different positions or giving a massage or creating a beautiful space. There are so many aspects to it. So I think I even would need a little bit more concrete physical or energetically, and maybe even a little background from you, what you know about Tantra, or if you feel you have learned anything in this area already.
Who of us?
One person. If this is a question of both of you.
I am probably anticipating something in the future, in the near future, a couple of months from now, and I think I have some intuitive knowledge about this. I've done tantra in a non-sexual way, like workshops and stuff, and it was always like, don't go too far, because it was for people from about in big groups, and it was only 1 evening or 2 days. So I know, to me, tantra is it's about making connection and looking into each other's eyes, feeling, making sure you have your boundaries up if you need them, making sure that you let them down if you want them to be down, and to really take care of oneself first. It really hits home for me that you talk about surrender, because I realize now that yes, that's something that we're not generally taught in the Western world, but I think that's really powerful. But so I want to know more about that, the surrendering, how, because most of the time, it's how do you give the green light to a man for him to really take you, basically, because they generally don't really get the gist. Not always, at least, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. You want to add to that, Hannah?
Oh yes. Well, I think for me, I prefer to know the basics first, because I don't have much experience, so I have no clue what to do. Like, cause right now he's doing everything, and I want to learn to do something on my part as well. So my question is more of for the basic, like position and just the basic skills first on the physical level at this moment.
Okay. Well, it would be interesting to look into some exercises for you and maybe to study out for more, you know, in books or web pages or in or I
Okay.
think we go to a workshop together, you know. There's so many hundreds workshops all over, and it's really beautiful to do that together. I think if one teaches the other, it's very easily that it feels out of balance, you know. And if both don't have experience, it's really even easier if both are open for it, because you're like both receiving and you're going mutually through the process, and you can discuss it and figure out what do you like from the workshop, which one do you want to deepen, which aspect. Like Molly said, there's eye gazing, there's connecting, there's holding hands, you can breathe together. You can set up a sacred space in the first place. You can set up an intention with your love connection with each time that you meet. I learned this very beautiful technique, which is kind of dear to me. It's about devoting the encounter to the divine, so that it doesn't stay as a personal contact, a story between two people who come with all their baggage and heavy loads, but that they stay outside of this space for this intended time also. And this is, in a day-to-day lovemaking, sometimes a little bit too intense maybe, but it can be done once in a while, or even just one time, to open the space. And so you would sit in front of each other, close your eyes, and hold hands, and really feel into your own beingness. And when you feel yourself as the divine goddess, you become like a chair for the goddess, you know, you allow her to sit in your lap, and you really, she's you, and your partner is the same with the divine God he wants to represent. And from this space, knowing that you're connected to this pure, spiritual being, You open your eyes, and then you, as a woman, project intentionally that you see the divine God in front of you. That's him, like one incarnation of the millions of possibilities. And he does the same with you. And from there, you give it up into the heavens and invite them to play out.
Wow.
I like this one very much.
Mhm.
And then it's nice to close the circle. Very often I discovered in my own love life that maybe I did a ritual in the beginning, but it's also precious to close it. So it's contained. And then you just go back into the personality you also are. But then this event is safe. So that definitely is a beautiful aspect to it. And it can be transformed in any playful ways if it inspires you to make something else out of it, of course. And then, well, there are positions. I mean, this is a whole special topic, you know. We don't have the space here to go into which position does activate which chakra, for example, and how you can guide your energy from chakra to chakra. But definitely, this is one aspect as well. Only with your intention, you already can guide your energies. So in Tantra, the intention, as far as I learned and understood it, it's like to activate from the first into the second and bring the energy upwards, to sublime the energy when it's created. And with your intention and your respiration, you can just guide the energy upwards and out of the top of your head, the crown, into the divine. In Taoism, it's more that they circle the energy so that you recharge yourself. And even with these aspects, one can play just in between, in the lovemaking, to guide what is built. Yeah, I think that's all what I feel like inviting you on the physical level at the moment. Everything else I feel would go into so many details, and it's a question where you want it to go, what resonates with you. Does this help? You wanna add?
Yeah, give me some thoughts. So do you know any do you know any good books that we can look into?
I haven't read many books, to be honest. I
Okay.
like tantric massage, which has partially to do with tantra only, kind of neo tantra. There are different principles brought together in this massage technique, and you don't have to know much about tantra, to be honest. It's more a physical, energetic flow which is simulated.
Okay.
So later I went to the Tantra yoga school in Thailand, and then I did some Tantra courses, and they were kind of the only studies on this field I did besides my own studies. And yeah, I mean, there's so many good books if you go to a library. And again, it's like there are books on positions, there are books on respiration techniques, there are books on how to set up a ritual. There are definitely some basic groundworks which I can post to you later. And also the massage book I learned from this woman, but there's a book about the yoni massage and the lingam massage as well, if you're interested in this aspect. And then you learn a lot of meditations and respiration techniques. There's a really good basic background in it.
The name is called Tantra massage?
It's called yoni massage or lingam massage.
Okay. Can you give us like example, maybe like feel of the massages?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So the approach in the massage is also manifold, and many women bring it into her own expression. But from my understanding and how I work, it's my guests come to a sacred place where everything is like smelling nice, soft music, it's warm, it's a clear space, you know, there are no books or anything. No distractions, computer, all the stuff we sometimes have in our bedrooms, which are also not so helpful. But they can be covered also, you know. So it's about building trust, talking for a short moment, and then they have a shower, and we're already in our lungis, kind of equal, naked underneath, and going into a frame of an hour and a half or 2 hours. And then I open the ritual and invite really into this field of trust and surrender to allow everything to happen and show up what wants to show up for that day in this moment. And sometimes it's fear, and sometimes it's pain. Very often it's lust and joy, and it can be really anything. And even along the journey, everything can be. And then the massage starts. So I mute you because there's somebody a little bit mute. That's you. Hey, Hannah. So when you speak, Hannah, can you unmute yourself? It's on the top left, bottom left. That helps because you have so much background noise. Thank you. Yeah, this is where you unmute. Can you unmute yourself while I speak?
Is it unmute?
Now it's unmuted. Mute yourself when you're not speaking, please. Thank you. So, and then it goes into the massage. And in this massage, we're kind of moving the energy through loving and appreciating the whole body as it is and every part. And then there are these techniques, how to raise energy, how to spread energy, how to ground somebody, or how to lift somebody who feels heavy, or to move somebody who feels stiff. You know, it's really working also a little bit like in the Hawaiian massage with the energies of the elements. And when the whole body is really touched and loved and worshipped, it's the genital massage, and it's also like the whole genital area is massaged. It's not just stimulated. It's like I use acupressure techniques, which I learned also in Thai massage or in a specific type of, it's called Karsai Night Sang. It's part of the Chi Night Sang. So we have a lot of energetic and physical blockages there. It's like the exit, you know, so there's also a lot of stagnation often there. And this can all be activated and being brought back in circulation. And from this deep relaxation, this deep feeling seen and loved and touched and released and honored and hold and cared for, there's this opening to go into the massage, which is more building the energy. And in building the energy, what we achieve is to help men to receive more. because often the men are also used to be the giver in the massage, and it's beautiful. Only it's also nice to know both sides. So yeah, that's mainly this. I mean, within I could go again into details, but I feel this is a little bit where I want to share with you what can be done or focused on also in a sexual encounter. I mean, you can give a massage to your partner and really invite him only to receive, and even not going into sexual contact or agreeing upon that it goes from there to there. But it's beautiful for a man to receive without having to give back, just receiving.
Yes, that's a really nice reminder, and I completely agree with that. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah, great.
I have a question, because I was really touched just now by your story about the divine feminine and the divine masculine. I mean, I had no idea that this was literally that much of a core when doing tantric sex. And can you maybe tell me about how you see the divine feminine and the divine masculine? That would really be very interesting to me.
Yeah. It's also an interesting question, because there are different approaches. Like in everything, I feel there's always, you can also turn it like 180 degree and it still would fit in a way. But to me, it resonates a lot, the understanding from India with Shiva and Shakti. And so Shiva often is seen as a god, but in this, it's meant as a masculine principle and not a personification of it. So Shiva as a principle, for my understanding, is the absolute. It's beyond. Oh, we're cutting out our meeting or what?
Uh-oh.
Are we? Oh no.
No, I mean, it just gave me a message.
Yeah.
And maybe I have just to reschedule a new one and we continue and another 40 minutes, because I don't have the unlimited version, you know? Let's see where we go, okay? Patience.
Okay.
You have time? Another?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So Shiva is the absolute for me. It's like beyond creation. It's beyond everything, before anything started or ended or ever took form in any way. And Shakti is creation. Shakti is energy. Shakti is everything what we see and touch and taste, and which took form. So it's this dance between the pure idea, you can say, and the outplay of it. So in the sexual contact, I feel if a man really becomes this Shiva, it's like holding a lot of space. And how do you hold space best is by being centered, no? Like really being present. And this is, from my understanding, also the role for the man navigating his ejaculation by not letting it out, but by inhaling it and directing it upwards and navigating it, like being the pole, like the center of the whole universe. And Shakti, in this sense, as form creation, it's more like the water or the wind, which is like playing and moving around, dancing around this pole. So in this context, Shakti is kind of active. It's not the surrendering aspect, although it still is, but it's like, who moves the water? Who moves the wind? You know, you are moved from the energy around you, which is again Shiva. So you're moved from the unmovable in a way. I don't know if that helps.
That's a beautiful perspective. Yes.
Hannah, do you have anything on that?
Positions and what I can do.
You were muted. Can you repeat what you were saying?
Okay. So I think the thing I got from this is that I have to do more research, either with books or YouTube, about like what women can do during that love making. That's basically what I was looking for. So I'm good because I know what's my next step. So that's very important. So I got my answer.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
So did I hear you right that your answer is actually more looking into your role than what you have to share with your partner?
Yeah, exactly. Because right now I felt he do all the work and I want to do something as well. Because I felt like like you said about giving and taking on both sides. And I want to give something, but because I don't know what to do, that's why I asked this question to have this meeting. But now I know what's my next step is to kind of do some research about this subject. So yeah. And then I think later on the Tantra part, you were talking about more of the goddess and the god on both sides and the energy. I think that's more advanced. But for me, the basic is what I need right now. So yeah.
Great. It's so good to hear.
Yeah.
And it's really the most beautiful thing you can do is to give yourself fully. And therefore it's good to be yourself fully in your body, in your sensations, going in the contact.
Yeah.
I have a question about that. Or if you were going to say something, Hannah.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
Wait, now I lost what we were talking about again for a minute about
that it's beautiful if you discover as a woman to be the gift or the receiving or know your energy and what you like, what you don't like, and give that into your relationship.
Yes, so being completely in your body, no matter what you feel like at that moment, right?
Yeah.
What if, say, you're completely paralyzed by fear, or I mean, I guess that the divine meeting between two souls can still happen, but can you maybe put that into more context? Because when that happens, it feels like connection is really hard to make between two people.
I'm just a little bit distracted because it's showing me it's gonna cut off in 3 minutes. So
I can ask the question in the next round if we want.
Yeah, I would love to continue, but I think it's like we end this meeting and I sent you a new link.
That's good. Good for me.
Please repeat your question and I just shut it down now. Then we have another 40 minutes and I think that should be enough, no?
Yes.
Should be.
I love
you. Thank
you so much.
Thank you. See you soon.
See you in a few minutes. You can go and pee.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye later.